BTS family, I'm back. I'm going back to mixtapes, EPs, all that stuff. I got to Wings, I got to the end, and I was like, this stuff is too darn good. And you guys were right. I'm missing out by leaving behind the EPs and mixtapes and getting to the end of the studio albums, right? So I decided not to go on. But before we do that, before I start heading back, because that's next, before I do that, you guys know, well, I think you know, I dropped the episode for the Life Goes On video. So here's what I'm doing. I decided, based on your comment, because I asked you in that video, do you prefer me to stay right here on B, do the whole thing, or go back first? It was mixed, but the majority of votes were, hey, can you do B first and then go back? So that's what I'm doing. That's what you want. That's what I'm going to do. All right. It's Tommy Mars. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited. Brand new BTS stuff. This is going to be awesome. Make sure you hit me up on my socials if you want a quick answer to something. That's TOMMYMARZBAND. Tommy Mars Band. You know where to find me. The other thing is, with the Patreon stuff, I have started uploading BTS content on there, and that is the unfiltered, uncut stuff. So if you are so inclined, just go over there and search for Tommy Mars. You will find me. So the first song on this album, according to my Amazon Music, is Life Goes On. I already heard it from the video, but I'm not going to skip it because I want to hear it again right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quietly bow out and take a listen, unless I hear something that sticks out, because I was watching the video and you know how that is. Sometimes you get lost in the visual. So let's go, man. You know, I love all the guitars in this song because there's the pluck guitars and then there's like the strum guitar. It's such a good sound, so smooth. I mean, it's just so chill. I love it. You know what that remind me of? Kind of remind me of like a Shaggy jam right there, right when he came in right there. So weird, like Mr. Bombastic. That's what it kind of remind me of, which is a good thing because that ruled. That little voice movement there. I'm a fan. This is so tight. It's just such a great chorus. It's like well structured. It's like engaging. And to me, that's the hook. That high note, that's the hook for me. It's great, man. It's great. It's a hit. I think I read, was it Jimin that said one of his goals is to have a #1 song be in the Korean language, like on the Billboard Hot 100? Was it him that said that, or somebody said that? Maybe I misread that. If so, goal accomplished. That is such a great song. Man, that is so good. You know, it's like Dynamite. I know that's coming later in the record, and that's a catchy in a different way. And I've been saying that. I mean, you talk about in my world of catchy songs. I mean, Dynamite is just Dynamite. It's just so catchy. It's so good. This is in a different way. This is that chill kind of like windows down, warm air rush in the car. Catchy. You know what I mean? It's a great song, man. It's great. All right. I'm really, really pumped here to go to the next song because I want to see what else. So now I've heard 2 songs, obviously, Dynamite and Life Goes On. So let's see what we got next. And that's Fly to My Room. Okay, I'm pumped. Here we go. Let's go. Wow, those 2 voices just went... It was weird. It was wide. It was a harmony, but it was wide. That was... I think there was like a stereo widener on the harmony, I think. It's called like a virtual 2D stereo. That was nice. That's really nice because you get that low tone and then that high in there too. Wow, that's nice. That was a nice little piano walk down. It was a nice little riff. Man, that was a nice production trick with that. It has movement, and they're moving it across the spectrum. Love it. Love it. Ooh, that was nice. That was really nice. Nice pick of the pace. More. Woohoo. That is so awesome. Same beats per minute, but you bring in the 808 hi-hat, right? And then vocal, you pick up the pace and it just changes the whole song for that little 15, 20 seconds. Amazing. I love it. It's a nice little reverse. Whoop, right back in. Awesome. That voice shooting out of that speaker. Oh. I mean, that voice in Dynamite is the one I pick up on the most. Like, Dynamite, that. It's like locked in my brain. I love these guys so much. And that's the thing with BTS is where I've got in my musical journey part of it, like in any band that has multiple singers, you gravitate towards whatever your preference is, whatever you like. That's the thing with BTS that is so different because I have preferences on what I like. Generally in, vocal, the way that somebody does runs, the way somebody enunciates, the way somebody has flow, vocal tone, all that stuff. It is so different with BTS for me anyway, is that each of them have such a unique thing that they bring to the table that I just find my brain locking into so many different things when I'm listening. That's the thing. That's the thing that makes them so special. That's why they're as big as they are. That's why they're going number one. That's why they're so global. That's why they have an army, because they each bring in something so special. Yeah, there's nobody lacking. They always say, this was an old show, the weakest link. And in every band, especially a vocal band, there is always the weakest link. Everybody knows. It doesn't matter if you're looking at the Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, or New Edition. There's always the weakest link. Not in BTS. There's no weakest link. I love that. All right, let's get to the next song. So this is going to be Blue and Gray. I like the guitar. It sounds like a classical guitar. Those sound like nylon strings to me. Oh, there's a great vocal intro right there. Nice snare. It's deep. Got a little bit of tom in it. It's nice. Boy, oh boy, their voices are so angelic in this on this track. They sound so good. That was slick. Man, this production on this album, it's subtle, but it's there. There's a lot of stuff they're doing, and it's just all so good. I like this a lot. It's like even that snare, right? See how it's subtle, and it's big. It's like a cannon, like, and the other one's like, you know. I like stuff like that. You know what I loved about that? It's like the mic was so hot, or they were so close up on it. When you're doing something that delicate, you could hear almost you can hear the breathing, but it wasn't just that. You could hear the crinkle of his lips, you know, as he was getting to sing or at the end of the run. I like that. And I like a lot of times what you do in production is you take those out. You rubber band those out. You cut those. Sometimes you'll take the big breaths, you take those out. Sometimes you need it. There's been songs where it's absolutely essential. And for that song, it's absolutely a must because it makes it so much more delicate, so much more emotional to me. And I think to the listener, when you hear them taking the breath, when you can hear like the lips, you can hear that, and you're so close up on the mic, so you have it, and then you know you're compressing it, so what happens? Everything comes up. That's what compression does. You know, it doesn't just take everything down. What you're doing with compression is you're actually lifting everything up and make sure that there's a shelf, so it doesn't go over and doesn't clip and all those other things. I love that. That just it makes me so much more attached to the song, I think. All right, wow. All right, let's get to the last song for today. This has been great so far. This one's called Skit. This feels like one of those videos, like the 7 members or something.
생일날 빌보드 1위 그거 한다. 생일 선물 제대로 받았네. 선물이 필요 없겠네, 종국이. 약간 이거는 뭐 말도 많이 안 돼. 필요 없지. 갑자기 선물해 줍다. 빌보드 1위가 선물이지 뭐. 그렇지. 최고의 선물을 받았다 내 인생. 아, 뭔 일이래 이게. 오늘 딱 공식으로 뜨는 건가 9월 1일?
오늘 난 격경사다 진짜.
목요일 날 뜰 거라마 그게 딱 공식적으로 차트에 딱.
토요일 날인가 그렇다네요.
아이고.
나 피부도 일 가서 너 늦게.
내가
죄송합니다. 화이 갔다 가지고.
소감 한마디 하세요. 네.
What?
기가 막힌 소감이었습니다. 예.
아니 빌보드 1위 가수한테 이렇게 해도 돼? 자리가 없고 이거.
형 앞선 1위 가서 지금 6명 앉아 있어요.
건강이 좋아졌다.
다들 어땠어요 어제? 저 어제 침착하게 일찍 자가지고.
건강이
나 좀 늦게 접해가지고.
나도 어제 남준이가 보내준 거 보고 바로 한 병 깐 다음에 드링킹하고 잤는데.
아니 톡방에다가 제가
못 잤어.
제가 뜨자마자 보냈는데 아니 반응이 없어 다들.
아니 울고
자고 있어 이러면서.
미안한데 울고 있었어 미안해.
나는 오늘 뜨는지 솔직히 몰랐어요.
나도 근데 나 화요일 날이 나는 오늘일 줄 몰랐어. 날짜 개념이 없으니까.
나 오늘 저녁에 뜬 줄 알았어.
오늘 오후 1시 반 이럴 때 뜰 줄 알았어.
근데 그랬으면
인기
좋겠다
주의더라고.
하고 있었는데 이제
진짜 은퇴하고 싶었어요?
지금 발표해 은퇴시.
스킷으로 레전드다.
죽을 때까지 음악 하려고.
종신선언.
뭐 한잔 할 거예요? 뭐 어떻게 해요?
뭐
안사야지.
끝나고 짧고 빠르게 마시고.
첫 잔 하자.
하지만 빌보드 1위 가수는 오한치를 막지 못했다.
원치?
한번 해야지.
아 짧게 하고 끝내자.
예, 그뭐
오늘 한거 뭐예요?
또 했던 것들.
미안해.
노물들이.
너무 좋다. 맞아요, 여러분 걱정하지 마십시오.
아니야 뭐 우리 초심 찾기 프로젝트 하는 거지. 1위 한 순간에서 너무
오심 같은 소리 하고 있네.
아니 얼마 벌써요 형. 빌보드 1위 가수가 딱 그날 데뷔곡을 연습한다. 와 진짜.
형 그거 가사로 써.
어떻게 써? 나 오늘도 농을 드림을 연습했지. 뚱뚱뚱 이러면서.
그것도 웃기긴 하다. 1위 한 달에 연습하는 거
너무 되게
재밌는데.
아 진짜.
연습해야 돼 형.
오늘 아침에 일어나가지고 계속 뉴스 보면서 야 진짜
못 잤어.
진짜 대단하다. 여러분 진짜 대단하십니다. 여러분.
진짜 대단합니다.
네.
아니 뭐가 대단해요 빌보드 1위 가수.
대단합니다.
아
진짜.
진짜 말씀하시는 게 있어.
와 진짜 공연 너무 하고 싶다 이거 보니까.
와 진짜 이런 게 행복 아닐까? 야 지금은 다르게 다가오자.
Obviously, I don't know everything they said there. I do know some of the words in there just from my mom, so I picked up on some things, especially at the end. I wonder, is there any video, a good translation video? I mean, I suppose I could just take it over my mom's and play it for her, and she could probably just translate for me. Maybe I will do that. Next time I'm over there, I think maybe I'll pull that up and ask her to translate it as they're speaking so she can tell me correct, because I know it'll be correct because, you know, that's her native language is Korean. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that. But there's a video I can watch out there, you know, before then that is known to be a good translation. I'd like to know. I don't know what they said, but it sounds like they're having a good time. They just seem like such really good brothers and friends and stuff, and it just almost makes you feels good to almost get into their world for a second. And you know, if they're just hanging out, if they're in the studio, wherever they were when that was being recorded, that's pretty neat. I'd like to know what they were talking about. All right, well, hey, that's the first 4 songs. I guess you would say, wow, yeah. So let's talk about that. So they put a track on there. The skit where they're, well, if it's the skit, maybe they were clowning around. Maybe they're having fun. I guess I'll find out. But that's pretty neat that they put that on there as a track. So it's like 7 musical tracks. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe there's another speaking track. I do not know. All right, so I'm going to end this episode with that. First 4 songs, I can tell you production-wise, I'm loving the album so much. Vocal-wise, I'm loving it. It's great. It's great. I'm truly excited to get to the back end of this. And I'm not going to wait a week. The back end, the second part of this, part 2 of B, will be coming out. I'll have it out. I'll have it out before Monday. Okay? I'll have it out before Monday because I'm just too excited to hear the rest of the album. So that's what we'll do. All right, I'm gone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down there of the first 4 tracks that we just previewed today, which one is your favorite. Let me know that in the comments, okay? All right, it's Tommy Mars. I will see you next time. Take care, Army.